Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we will learn about round robin selection algorithm. Now suppose I give you a problem. We have a data in which is an object, and in the key side we have several stocks like Apple, Tesla, Amazon. And for each stock we have array of articles. For example, for Apple stock we have article 1 undefined, article 2, article 3, and similar for other stocks we have several articles. Now suppose I want to take out say 5 articles from this stock article data. Now the article can be of Tesla, Apple, or Amazon. Now before round robin algorithm, what you would do is that maybe you would iterate over this stock article data, iterate over each stock, and take out first 2 articles from each stock. Yes. Now the problem in that case is that you would always select first 2 articles. This article 3, 2, 3, 4, article 2 would never be picked up. So to solve that problem, we have round robin selection algorithm. In round robin selection algorithm, the probability of each of these articles being selected is equal. So you might select article 1 from Apple, you might select article 2 from Apple, and you might select article 3 from Apple. The probability are all same. And similarly, for Tesla and Amazon stock, the probability for selecting each of these articles are all equal. So there is no bias in any one article. And why that happens in round robin selection algorithm is that in round robin selection algorithm, we have several rounds, and each of the rounds we take articles from, we go from left to right, and we first go through left and right, and again we from the end we go to the first. So the probability of selecting article 1 and probability of selecting article 3 is basically same. So round robin selection algorithm solves that problem. Now let us move to Visual Studio Code and let us use this data and implement round robin selection algorithm. I have my Visual Studio Code open. I have an empty directory open. Now let me initialize npm. So npm init, and let us hit enter. Everything defaults. So okay, package.json created. Now let me create a file called index.js. Now let me paste the data that I showed you just before. So this is the data. So now we have this data, we have stock as keys, and we have several articles, array of articles for each stock. Now the requirement is that suppose I want max articles to be 6. So I want to extract 6 articles from this data. Now first thing what I want to do is I want to store each keys in a array. So I want to store Apple, Tesla, Amazon in an array. So let me create an array. So const stocks equals to an empty array, and let me iterate through this data and store all these keys in this stocks. So for const stock article in stock article data, and from that let me push the stock article data to my array. So stocks.push and push that stock article. So now in stocks we should have all these keys. We can check that. So let me console log out the stocks, and if I console log out the stocks, it should store the string of all the keys. So node index.js, and we can see Apple, Tesla, Amazon. So everything working good. Now let us implement round robin selection. So round robin selection. So now what we want to do is, okay, first let's create a fresh array where we want to select the 6 articles that we extract from this data. So const collected articles equals to 6. Okay, it's an empty array. We want to store 6 articles. So now what we want to do is, I've told you before that we want to create several rounds, and on each round we want to extract different articles from each of the stocks. So what we need to do is that first of all we need to create an iterator for round, and the inner loop should be the iterator on stocks. So we have to go through each stock and we have to go in multiple rounds. So first of all let us create the outer loop. So for let us initialize round as 0, and we want to do the rounds for max articles. So we want to do 6 times. So we want to round up to 6 times. So max articles and round plus plus. Now I will create another inner loop for iterating over the stocks. So what I need to do is for let I equals to 0, and I should be less than the length of the stocks. So stocks dot length, and each time I want to increment I. So now what I want to do is I need to extract the stocks, each stock from this array. So let me do. So const stock equals to stocks and take out. So maybe we take out apple at the beginning. So stock will be apple. And now what I want to do is I want to extract all the articles list for that stock. So what I can do is const article list equals to stock article data and give the key as stock. So I have stock article data. Now what I want to do is from that I want to extract the first article, and I also want to remove the first article. I want to mutate, I want to change the original data itself. So if I'm extracting article list for this apple stock, then I want to take out article 1, and I also want to remove article 1 so that next time we go to the next article. So what I want to do is from article list, there is a special method in the JavaScript itself called sift. So this is a JavaScript array method and const article. So in article, now I have the article 1 from apple, and what I want to do is so you can see that in my data there are several articles, but there is also some data like undefined. So I need to filter out that. So what I can do is if the article is defined on undefined or null, then I want to break it. So what we want to do is we want to go to the next I. So we want to go to I equals 1, and if the article is not defined, which means that the article is a string, then what I want to do is I want to push the article in collected articles array that we created right here. So collected articles dot push, and what I want to do is I want to push the stock. So I want to push the name of the stock, and I want to push the article, and for visualization what I want to do is I want to push the round as well. So we have an idea on which round the stock article was pushed on this array. And lastly, what we want to also check is that we want to check if if we have no more than 6 articles. So we will create a if collected articles dot length. If it is greater than or equals to max articles, then we want to break. And we also want to do the same thing for the next round as well. So format document, and lastly let us console.log that collected articles. So console.log collected articles. Now if we save this and if we run this, so clear and node index.js, so you can see in the first round, which is round 0, from this apple stock we have extracted article 1, and again in this first round itself from Tesla we have article 1, Amazon article 1, and we move to the next round. So why it shows round 2, it should show round equals to 1. So okay, the problem here is that we have created break. So what we want to do is we want to continue. So right now so before what we did was if the article was undefined, then we break the entire loop and we go to the next round. We don't want to do that. We just want to skip that article. So we want to keep as continue. So if I save this and run node index.js, you can see that in the first round from Apple stock we have article 1, and similarly in that round from Tesla we have article 1, and from Amazon we have article 1, and from next round in round 1 we have from Tesla article 2, Amazon article 2, and we move to another round and from Apple we have article 2. So basically we skipped this undefined. So from first round we select article 1, from Apple, from Tesla we selected article 1, from Amazon we selected article 1. So there are 3 total collected in first round, right? So you can see there are 3 total articles collected from first round, and in the second round we went to this, and basically this was false. So we did not pick up any article from this Apple. We moved to Tesla, and we extracted article 2. So you can see from Tesla we have article 2, and from Amazon we have again article 2. And then we move on to the next round, and from Apple we have article 2. So in this way, from each stock article, we have the probability of each article for the selection is equal. So this is the significance of round robin selection algorithm. I hope you understood about round robin selection algorithm. If you understood about this concept, then please don't forget to like this video. I'll see you in the next one.